Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Uh-huh. Anything back here? Nope.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
Well, we'll find out exactly what is in this abandoned car after... Holy crap! You got one hell of a kick, Alan. But after we get this, which I saw over in the corner, let's see what this is exactly. Wake at Lover's Peak. We're not even there yet, but we're reading about it.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
All right.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Well, that's certainly something to leave for us to make sure that we know that he's telling the truth.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Hopefully the sheriff won't be too unhappy about us leaving. You never know. Whoa.
The writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Looks like this guy's falling asleep. Well, he's certainly drunk now, even if he wasn't drunk earlier. Could switch the lights off for him. Will he, get pissed off about that? No? We'll leave him on, make sure nothing comes to get him.
I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
That guy seems pretty fishy.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
I guess we'll find out.
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
Sure. Yeah, but honestly, if you take a swing at someone and they don't want to press charges, that sounds suspicious, like they have some sort of ulterior motive. It just doesn't sound like the way a person should act. We have the Buck-toothed Charlie, a Colombian mammoth. I don't know where this writing is. I guess maybe it's on those boards down there. It doesn't really look like it is. But anyways, the skeleton of a Colombian mammoth. Mammothus columbii, I guess. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998, when the Colombian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Buck-toothed Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Interesting. They certainly have a lot of ranger hats over here. Only you can prevent forest fires. Yep.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
You know, I'm pretty sure that we aren't confusing any reality or anything, but I don't know, maybe he's right. Maybe we have gone a little bit crazy. Let's see what we got around here. Some big stuffers. Awesome. That doesn't sound very good. And garlic and vinegar. I don't know. That doesn't really sound like my kind of thing. But we'll definitely take another thermos. Anything else in there? A health box. That's useless. Sweet. Just what we need. Looks like Max is a dog. Hey guys.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Buck-toothed Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
So
Max
there's
is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and
Sure.
I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Well, there's a deer fest around here, and you're not allowed to punt at all in this place? I'm
Okay, boy.
confused.
We're almost done here.
Maybe there's like a special spot where you're allowed to go hunting and you can't go hunting anywhere else. Don't know.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Mm-hmm. No, we're not pulling a joke. We actually believe this. Let's go ahead and sign this form, shall we? With our fingernail. Awesome. Easy to do. Just pull your fingernail out and scratch. Got that form for you.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Okay. Sounds good to
If
me.
you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Okay. That's good information, if I remember it.
Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Well, I can understand why Barry wouldn't believe us, but honestly, he should throw us a bone, because we obviously believe what we're talking about.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just try not to die of sneezing.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Because that happens.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
You get a 15% commission? Jeez, that's pretty good. Considering that if Alan is as popular as people seem to think he is, it's probably getting quite high up there when you get 15%. I mean, come on. I got a 15% of $1 million. That's like $150,000. That's nice. Some nice little batteries here, and another thermos for ourselves. This is a fairly nice looking cabin, if you ask me. I think I like this one better than the original one that we were staying in. It feels like the lodge for smaller cabins or something. Like you come and check in here instead of actually being in this place. Is there anything up here with you, Barry?
Lock the door when I leave.
Yeah, you go ahead and do what you have to do. I'll be fine. Alone, but fine. In a cabin straight from a horror movie.
Yeah, you'll be okay. The wood will protect you. Guess we're not going out that way. You can switch the lights off.
Real funny, Al. Real funny. Ha ha! Thank you. I'll just sit here in the dark till you come back. Or until I get eaten by a grue.
A grue? You've been playing Zork? I'll leave lights on for him. I'm not gonna be a jerk like that. That would just be mean. Alright, let's check around this cabin and see if we can't find anything. Like random wells that probably don't have water we're interested in. This, however, we are interested in. You've got a hot tub back here. This is a really nice cabin. Too bad we didn't stay here instead, but no, we got stuck on some lake that the darkness put us on. Fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, that seems to be about it around here. Well, downward we go, I guess. Neat looking area, though. Kind of reminds me of the Rockies.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Yeah, we told you to wait here because we have to come alone. I mean, come on, man. Let's see what we got going here. Can we take this car?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It
Oh.
wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Alright, well, before we take that page, let's see if there's anything in here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Show me what you got. Barry doubts Wake's sanity. Yeah, well, we knew that already.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Don't worry, Barry. Things are gonna be fine. I'm not as crazy as you think I am. Maybe.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Yeah, and if the guy ever figured out that you did call the cops on him, he might get pissed off if he does have Alice. You know? Kill her or something. Gee. That just came out of nowhere. Thought it was a little too light for darkness. What we got going in here? A radio. And a light switch. There, now we're all safe in this cabin. Anything in here? They certainly have a lot of these books laying around.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Sounds like, maybe he wasn't lying about there being a bigger fish that he caught. Especially with the way that guy reacted to him.